Hey, I'm Org, and in this video I'm going to review the Tsh-3, the Soviet Tier 3 ground attack aircraft. I struggled to find a reliable source of information on the history of this aircraft. What I have been able to gather was that it was a prototype built to meet a Soviet Air Force requirement for a heavily armoured close air support aircraft. The Tsh-1 and 2 were both attempts to fit this requirement. They were both modifications of the R5 recon plane. However, they were both kind of found to be too underpowered to fill the Soviet Air Force's needs. So, from what I understand is that Tsh-3 was a completely new design, specifically built to fit the requirements. First flew in 1932 and underwent testing, but the rapid rate of aircraft development of the 1930s meant that it was already obsolete by the time it finished testing in 1934. By then it was basically just too slow to be of much use. However, that's not really the case in World Warplanes, where the Tsh-3 is very useful, despite its slow speed. Coming from the Tsh-2, it is a noticeable improvement in many respects. You will notice that the extra speed of the aircraft allows it to perform more manoeuvres without falling out of the sky, which is a huge bonus. The gun armament of this aircraft has actually barely changed in terms of quantity. In fact, you have lost a rearward-facing machine gun. However, when fully upgraded, you get the SHKS machine guns, 10 in the front and 1 in the back, which have a much higher rate of fire than the Tsh-2's guns. The other big improvement from the Tsh-2 is that now you have bombs. The Tsh-3 can carry up to 4 50-kilogram bombs. The Tsh-3 is the only Tier 3 ground attack aircraft, other than premium or gift aircraft, of which there are actually quite a few at Tier 3. Generally speaking, the Tsh-3 has more hit points and better close-in firepower than all of its competitors at its tier, although it's less manoeuvrable than them all as well. It also doesn't have the cannons of the HA-137s, and it has either weaker or less bombs than the Willoway or BSH-1. Like the Tsh-2, I found it best to fly the Tsh-3 with a primary focus on destroying enemy aircraft, and relying on your massive firepower and durable airframe to enable you to do so. Although the 4 bombs can give enemy aircraft a nasty surprise. I didn't fly the Tsh-3 as much as I do most other aircraft. I only flew it out 45 times, although I did manage to win 62% of those games and killed 58 enemy aircraft and destroyed 93 ground targets. I flew the Tsh-3 more or less the same as I did the Tsh-2. At Tier 3, air combat still happens at low enough altitudes that it's kind of easy for you to reach in a ground attack aircraft. So I tended to climb as much as I could at the start of the match and try to encounter enemy aircraft to shoot them down as my first course of action. I would only switch to ground targets once I'd either learnt that the enemy aircraft were far above me and I essentially couldn't help, or I was confident my team could manage without me. The way I destroyed enemy aircraft was usually by passing through one side of the dogfight and out the other. Then once I'm out the other side and clear of enemy aircraft, just turn around and repeat the process. Also, ramming almost always works out in your favour, so I do it often. Because of the durable airframe, having enemies in your tail is not that big a deal in the Tsh-3, so I actually largely ignore them, except to put them into a position for my teammates to attack them. I often see Tsh-3 pilots trying to turn to get people off their tails. This really works and effectively just makes it less likely for the enemy to be in your tail gunner's zone of fire. Your bombs can be useful in clearing your tail. However, you have to be very low. They have a 50-metre blast radius, so the person on your tail has to be within 50 metres of the ground at the time of detonation. I'm not very good at actually aiming the bombs, so I won't give you any advice in that regard other than to get out and practice. There isn't really any trick to ground attack in the Tsh-3. I focus down AA guns first to help my friendly fighters out. Just keep my speed up so I don't stall or crash, and keep an eye on the superiority points meter up the top to allow you to play strategically. I tended to save bombs for enemy aircraft, but I would use them on ground targets on occasion. And that's really about all I have to say about the Tsh-3. So get into talking about the gameplay. This is one of those situations where basically I'm not actually able to help out my team in the air-to-air fight. It's a tier 5 game, and you just saw me there stalled trying to get up to reach the enemy aircraft. So instead I'm going to have to go and hit some ground targets, which is a much less effective way of actually winning games than fighting the aircraft. But sometimes you've just got to do what you can. Fortunately, we actually don't do a very good job on my part here. I should actually be heading off to the left to join my allies who are also doing ground attacks, and we should stick together to support each other. But for some reason, I actually just don't think I noticed them. I thought my whole team was up there dogfighting, and I didn't notice them on the minimap. Anyway, you can kind of see the firepower of the Tsh-3 here. Even in a tier 5 game, it still actually tears through ground targets without any real problem. I mean, that was a fairly easy one to destroy, but it got us in one pass, which is more than most ground attack aircraft can do when they're, bottom, 2 tiers below the ground targets. Managed to set that AA gun on fire, so I switched my fire to other targets there and let the AA gun burn. And right about now, or very soon at least, I am going to be the last surviving aircraft on my team. And I'm alone against 6 enemies. Well, we'll be in a second. I see a Blenheim F, tier 4 heavy fighter. We're actually about equal in terms of firepower. I might have a slight advantage, but I think in that case my aim was a lot better, so I took away half its hit points and I only lost a few of my own. See a Spitfire on low health, but it's not coming at me just yet. The lag 3 is. So fire at lag 3, but it breaks off before I can kill it. Spitfire's still not coming at me, but the other Spitfire is. But again, it breaks off. Everyone here is just a bit too smart. And I decide that I can't really ignore whatever's on my tail any longer. So I get low to the ground and drop a bomb. And well, I get killed. What actually happened there was that F3F on my tail dropped a bomb, and that bomb killed me, but my bomb also killed it. So, double bomb kill. Anyway, this game about sets the last one I'm going to show you, and it's probably the best game I've had in the Tsh-3. When I say probably, I'm actually pretty confident it's the best game I've ever had, because I didn't play that many, and I think I'd remember having a better one than this one. But anyway, it's a tier 4 game, and that's kind of alright. And my first aircraft I spot is an enemy runaway. I figure tier 3 ground attack aircraft, it should be my job to kill it. And about this point I realise it's actually AFK. And it's actually also faster than me. And pulling away from me. So I have to use my boost to try and catch up with it. And my guns start overheating, and I haven't done very much damage at all to it because I'm firing at my maximum range, so a lot of my shots are missing. And your bullets do a lot less damage at maximum range than they do at close range. And I figure it's time to turn around and abandon that runaway. So that's been a bad start to this game. We're actually already down 2 aircraft. You can see the Bristol 146, our tier 4 fighter, is turn fighting with 3 enemies and 2 of them in biplanes, so that's not going to end well for that Bristol 146. And I'm kind of too far away to actually help him out, at least right now. Oh, it's dead. And see the P-36 is coming head on with me, and I'm just able to kill it. A4N dives away, but the I-15 is coming head on with me as well. Don't quite kill it, but I do a lot of damage. And then I'm start looking, I see the runaway coming back. It's still AFK though, but I think I can put a few more shots into it. I don't think I did, I think I actually completely missed. Now heading down to the deck, there's that A4N from earlier and a TSH-2. I was hoping to get round on the A4N here, but it starts turning, so switch to the TSH-2. And while that happens, my rear gunner actually kills the I-15 that I damaged earlier. I get set on fire by the A4N, but then my tail gunner manages to kill that aircraft for me. I'm able to turn around on the tail of the TSH-2 and set it on fire, but my 10 machine guns make short work of that biplane, and now the only enemy left is that AFK Willoway. And, well, you see me chasing after it here. I know it's faster than me, I know it's at higher altitude than me, so I'm not expecting to catch it. And I also see I've got a friendly AO-192, which will be able to catch up to it and kill it with no problems, especially since it's AFK. So I decide I'm going to have to go, well, not have to, but I'm probably best off going and hitting ground targets. I say it's just one of those situations where my team no longer needs me, so I can just go get some credits and experience. Hit this first target. I actually don't quite manage to destroy it, but decide to drop a bomb on it because, you know, I'm not going to need them. And here's an AA gun. Gun it down, decide not to kill it. I could have dropped a bomb on it, but not really worth it. Another target, do a lot of damage, but again, don't quite kill it. But I do actually get my destroy medal for shooting down a bunch of enemy aircraft and, well, shooting up a bunch of ground targets as well. You'll actually see that Willoway is actually no longer AFK. It seems to have, well, woken up with 22 hit points to spare, and it's gotten very lucky that it's actually managed to engage the AO-192 in a turn fight. The AO-192's big advantage, of course, is that it's a lot faster than the Willoway, but that means nothing if you're just turning around in circles. And the Willoway is actually winning this engagement. AO-192's tail gun is slowly whittling away its health, but the Willoway's front gunners are doing a much better job. And, well, I'm going to get here just in time to essentially, well, not steal the kill, because I did most of the damage, but get the kill, and my ace medal, and the destroy medal, and that's the kind of thing you can do in the TSH-3. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.